patient games, but Gonzalez has played it really, really well, despite having a very, very disadvantaged early start with
task for his own team.
Yep, let's take a look at the highlights as well towards game number 1. As you can see, in the early stages of the fight as well, like Team Philippines, they got the early 2 total. Eventually, Team Malaysia was able to get up a little bit momentum, even though playing the box here is something that want to put them in a situation where they want to play aggressive, they want to stall them out. But when they hit this stage of the game, it was nearly impossible because they pretty much kind of missed their timing from Team Malaysia.
And look at all the mistakes that Team Malaysia has made. Even though they have won certain areas of the map, they still try to invade. They still try to control the Philippine side of the map, going into their own jungle. And we can see Malaysia, every single time Zorn sees that he has an opportunity, he will take it. But Philippines, we can look at their positioning, always having 2 or 3 people there so they can punish. And this is why the Ube strategy works so well for them, because they understand that people will want to pick off 1 or 2 people from their own side of the team. So there has to be someone there. Even though, let's say, Imam was sacrificing, they can get 2 or 3 kills off of that team fight. So Philippines, they can play reactionary towards Malaysia, where it's like, yeah, you guys really want to engage, then you try your best, and then we will match you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And you can see time and time again where Team Philippines is waiting for Team Malaysia to react, right? And the biggest threat here from Team Philippines is none other than Villa Luna on the Angela, because as soon as the hard guns drop down, there's going to be extreme slows to pair up with the real division, which you can see time and time again why everything looks like it's in slow motion. The reason being it is because there is the slows coming from Eve, there is the slow from Angela, and it puts them in a situation where if Team Malaysia tries to back off, they will be in a position where they might close up together, which allows for a big AoE wipe for Team Philippines.
Yeah, and we also have to talk about the hero picks, because for the side of Malaysia, we can see Formace, he really tries to go to the back line, trying to absorb as much damage as he can. And of course, with the execute, he does want to get some kills.
Going for the Sky Gunner helmet helped him, because that if he takes the initial front, by the time the next fight happens and the amount of sustains and HP he's going to get, he's going to be able to continue on the fight, knowing that the Sky Garden is going to keep him alive.
And looking at the highlights over here, where Team Philippines, they really conquered their early stages of the game, and Malaysia, they were able to re-engage Zorn, getting some very crucial iron hooks, getting those kills, and Moon dealing a lot of damage with the Dawning Light. But all in all, Philippines, they won the range game. Zorn, whenever he is able to get those crucial iron hooks, is going to be a great day for Malaysia. And this is the moment where even I was surprised, where Formace, he just went in. He's just like, you know what? It's me against Philippines. 1v2, 1v3. He will try his best. And I'm very surprised he did not die here.
Yeah, I'm really surprised as well, because he was able to sustain his withdrawal. You have to thank Moon for that as well, because he was able to get like some seriously big pickoffs. And because of all these pickoffs, which is, I would say, the first major mistake that Team Philippines make, was able to allow him to scale back into the game with a couple of items. And eventually into this stage, you can see there was so much heavy emphasis on towards Moon, knowing that if Moon survives, he's going to do a lot of damage. Look at this. He's time and time again with his infinite ledge, with his ultimate. They are always trying to bait them into a choke spot, where Team Philippines, if they walk through it, there's going to be a big Dawning Light. And it's something that Team Philippines are very aware of.
For me, I would say damage is king, but crowd control is the thing that gives the king the food. But it's going to be very difficult when the enemy team has a Purify. So Malaysia, for twice this game already, they tried a composition that really relies on crowd control to really do anything in the game. They have to be aware that coming forward, a lot of teams will have Purify. So if you do want to take an Atlas and as such, it has to be something that you have to consider, where even if the enemy has a